Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video, and I do know that I said I was going to do the mini event first, but I'm actually switching it around. I'm going to be doing the Thanksgiving update first, and then next week I'll do the update that you voted for in the Discord server. So I'm hoping that this video, I'm hoping the algorithm favors it a bit more. I don't know, it's just a bit annoying seeing like these videos. I'm like cool with all the other videos not getting tons of views, but these videos, like, I don't know, I put a lot of work into them, so I don't want to have to do them, because I do like doing them. I don't want to have to do them, though, or do them so big, if, you know, I'm only going to get, like, a few views, like 70 or 80 views. There's no point doing them, so, I don't know, I'm going to see how this one does, maybe, and see how the next one does, and then I'm going to consider either changing my event idea videos and making them shorter and just not doing quest lines, maybe just doing bulletproof quest lines for like a basic quest line and see how that does. And if that doesn't work, then I might just stop it. Like I'm not kidding. I generally might. I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, today we're going to be doing a Thanksgiving update, and this one I wanted to base on the Thanksgiving of Horror segment, because obviously last year we got the Blogsgiving, which was based on the final segment of the Thanksgiving of Horror, with the Jelly Monster and the Blogs aliens that we got. And I was like thinking, okay, so the next obvious one is the turkey one, right? The one that's set in, 18 whatever it is, or 17 whatever it is, and you have all the turkeys, the Simpsons characters as turkeys, and the rest of the Springfield characters as pilgrims, and then Wiggum is hunting Homer and his family. And I figured, yeah, that could be cool, but when going through that, the issue with making an event out of that is, like, normally we have, like, 2, maybe 3 characters, and, you know, one tends to be a super premium. I haven't got a super premium for this event, by the way. I just decided against it, but yeah, that's the issue, and I kind of don't. I felt like it didn't feel whole adding just Homer and, like, say Marge as a character, or Homer and Bart, or Homer and Wiggum. So I wanted to base it on the other segment, which I actually think is a lot harder, and that was this segment, which was the Black Mirror parody one with obviously AI Marge. So that's what this event is today. It's based entirely off that one segment from Thanksgiving of Horror, oh god, I'm terrible. I looked up the name and now I've forgotten it. But the Black Mirror parody anyway. Let's get into the event. So, Marge is a bit nervous about the upcoming Thanksgiving dinner. She has so many people to cook for. Homer, herself, the kids, Grandpa, her sister, her sisters and her mother. It's all too much. Homer suggests just hiring someone to do it for her, but Marge says no, that's cheating. She must do it herself. So you make Marge prepare the kitchen. Make Simpsons get excited for their Thanksgiving meal. This will be ×5. And then after you've done that, you will unlock the event. The event currency will be AI assistants, which will be pretty much just Alexas, which is right here. Or yeah, so you get these. These are AI assistants. This is the event currency. Let's move on. So in the store, and people are going to hate me for this, but let me explain it. So we're going to be getting AI Marge with the internet for 150 donuts. So AI Marge, I realized, isn't the most interesting looking of characters, because A, it is just a Marge doppelganger, and B, it looks entirely like Marge. However, she is like paler, like she'll be kind of like this, you know, this kind of tone, like a paler tone. The dress will be just like pretty much grey as in compared to, you know, Marge's dress being a bit more brighter. You know, her skin will be a lot more paler, like this kind of pale colour. So she will look slightly different, and I think just make her a bit more paler for the game as well, just so she definitely stands out as AI Marge and not just Marge. And also the building, the internet building, I feel like people aren't going to be too fussed on this one either, but how I think they should make it is kind of like how we've got the Rigel 7, it's like one big bubble, or the Maple headquarters, which is like a big bubble, and then it's inside of it. I kind of think they could do the same thing with this. So have like a big bubble, and at the top of the bubble you see like all this sort of stuff here, all these kind of like, they almost look like walkways for like air, like they almost look like airport terminal walkways. But all these at the top, and at the bottom will be a row of doors on one side, a row of doors on the other side, and that will be the internet basically. And obviously they'll have to rename a few of these doors, like the ones that are actual companies, but the others they can, you know, just give us spoof names, you know, like Wikipedia. Is that Wikipedia? Is that how it's spelled? Oh no, it's spelled Wicca. Wikipedia. Yeah, like that. They just make sure they're all parodies, and that's cool. And then, have doors on this side, doors on that side, and be done with it. And that's the internet. That's how I think it should be added. So it'd be a very unique building. It'd be a very different building. It won't. Some players aren't too fussed on those types of buildings. I understand. Sometimes I like them. Sometimes I don't. So it depends how they would translate it into the game and how they design it for whether or not I would like it. But that's one way they could definitely do it. And so that would be AI Marge with the internet for 150 donuts. And sadly, that will be the only building of the event. But like I said, I wanted to focus on this segment, so that's why I made that the only building, because there isn't any other buildings in the segment, really. So, yeah, moving on. As Homer and the rest of the family complain about their Thanksgiving special of Itchy and Scratchy being far too political, Marge is stressing out over the kitchen, about to implode. Suddenly, though, AI Marge comes to the rescue. Marge says, "Didn't you escape through the internet last time?" And AI Marge agrees, but she's a stickler for a good Thanksgiving dinner. She can't bear to see a bad one be served. So you make Marge cook Thanksgiving, make AI Marge help cook Thanksgiving if you own her, make Simpsons complain about Itchy and Scratchy, ×5, make Springfielders earn AI assistance, and eventually you will unlock the chillingly plausible turkey and dystopia marked drones, and this will be a bundle that's going to be added to the store for 20 donuts after. So yeah, you get the chillingly plausible turkey drone, which is right here. It'll be a little drone carrying this, and the dystopia marked drone, which will be another drone carrying this. So that's all they'll be. They'll be just little flying drones. There's 2 decorations. There'll be a bundle though, so you get both of them. And then the bundle itself will be added to the store. So for 20 donuts, you can buy another set of these 2 drones if you'd like. So yeah. The Simpsons finish their TV romp and begin to sit at the dinner table, asking Marge how much longer until dinner is served. Marge is panicking again. The turkey has filled the oven and there is no room for the trimmings. AI Marge begins to calm her down. Don't worry, we can use the barbecue for the vegetables. It's a retro way to cook them. So you make Marge regain control, make AI Marge cook vegetables if you own her, make Simpsons complain they're too hungry, or they're hungry, ×5, and make Springfielders earn AI assistance, and this will lock the AI barbecue. So yeah, this will be a little decoration. It is just like the barbecue that the Simpsons have, but the difference is it'll have like this little AI sticker thing here. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could be kind of cool. Just a simple decoration, really. You can place it whenever you like, in your back garden, in your Simpsons house. Just allows a few more things to be added in the back garden. So yeah. Marge finally has finished the meal. It's all done. AI Marge and Marge begin to serve the meal, and Patty and Selma ask if Marge made everything herself, and she claims, yes, it was all me. AI Marge is heartbroken. Why didn't she give me at least a little bit of credit? Marge says that would have made her seem bad at what she's good at, and AI Marge vows revenge. So you make AI Marge destroy Thanksgiving dinner, if you own her, make Marge try to stop AI Marge, make Simpsons watch their food be destroyed, ×5, make Springfielders earn AI assistance, and this will unlock R2 Me Too. So this will be an NPC. So basically, you'll get the little, just like the toaster here, with like a whisk here, and like the colander, and then you have the 2, I think these are like spatulas or like grabber thingies, with the little AI assistant thing on there. But yeah, this will be like a little NPC. I definitely think it could be kind of cool. I know that technically AI Marge is inside of this, or like, controlling this thing, but I feel like it could be a cool little extra NPC, because I feel like one way you could add AI Marge is adding her like this, but it's kind of boring, I feel like it's a boring way to add her. Just add her like this, and then add this as an NPC. That's what I think they should do. And I know that this one isn't very interesting looking, but hey-ho. AI Marge laughs, telling Marge this is just the start. She's got more in store for Marge. All sorts of evil. Mwahahaha. Evil laugh. Marge, though, just switches the Wi-Fi off, making AI Marge disappear. Marge begins to start again with Thanksgiving, but her family all say, let's just order something instead. So you make AI Marge get lost in the internet, again, if owned. Make Marge convince the family to wait. Make Simpsons look for good pizza shops, ×5, and make Springfielders earn AI assistance, and this will unlock the self-delivering pizza van. So this appeared briefly in the episode, where it runs over Mole Man. So you get this as a decoration, basically, and it's the self-delivering pizza van. And then finally, Marge begins to hide all the pizza shop menus as she's determined to have Thanksgiving finished and ready. Homer comes to visit Marge and tells her she has a surprise, and she can't freak. It's the Bug Queen. He's hired her to cook Thanksgiving for them, and since she's from over 200 years ago, she's only asking for $2 an hour, which in her time was very expensive. Marge says no, she has to do this, but the family all tell her she deserves a break. You know, we have a nice little heartwarming moment where Marge agrees and relaxes, and technically she already has cooked it once. So you make Marge take a rest, make Homer pay the Bog Queen, make Simpsons wait for their Thanksgiving meal, again, that'll be times 5, and make Springfielders earn AI assistance, and you unlock the Bog Queen. Now, the Bog Queen actually does appear in all 3 of the Thanksgiving of Horror segments. She appears, obviously, on the can in the 3rd segment for the Jelly Monster. She, obviously, is the founder of the jelly, or whatever, so she appears in that segment on the can. In the 2nd segment, the one that this is based on, she again appears on the can of the jelly when Marge is cooking Thanksgiving. And in the very, very 1st segment, we actually see her physically, where it turns out she existed in the Pilgrim America, you know, where they were hunting turkeys. And she's here preparing her jelly, as it seems. So, yeah, the Bog Queen will be added as a full playable character. I just feel like she's a cool character because she is in all 3 segments. And, yeah, she makes an appearance in all 3, so I just personally would think it would be kind of cool if they were to add her as a character, and I think this segment is good enough to add her. That way, if they wanted to do a 3rd segment based on the turkey segment, if they wanted to do that, that's cool, and they could add, instead of adding her, they can just give us turkeys and stuff. So yeah. Also, the reason I forgot to mention, the other reason why I haven't got a super premium is because they tend to do Black Friday on Thanksgiving, so there might not be a super premium for Thanksgiving. That's also a good point. Anyway, the Bog Queen serves up the meal for the Simpsons, and they begin to chow down on their food. The Bog Queen says she's going to check this TikTok thing out, and she turns the Wi-Fi on. Marge is like, no! AI Marge is set free again. So you make Simpsons quickly eat their dinners times 5, and that'll be the end of the event. Basically, Marge will be like, everyone, no, eat your dinners quickly. We're not doing this again. Anyway, let's do some tasks and animations. So for AI Marge, we have try to put out the firewall for 60 minutes. So this will have AI Marge, a big door will spawn, and it will be on fire like it does in the episode. But this time, Marge will have like a little fire extinguisher, and she's trying to like put out the firewall. Update her blog for 4 hours. This will be at the internet. Hack people's kitchens for 8 hours. This could be at any random house, really. This could actually be semi-animated, where she like goes from house to house. That's possible as well. Explore the internet for 12 hours. So this will be in the internet, and she'll just be walking around, entering different doors, leaving one door, going to a different door, leaving that door, going to a different door. That's basically all it'll be. But it allows, cool little animation with the building. And then try remove a virus for 24 hours. That will be at the internet. And then for the Bog Queen, we have make famous cranberry sauce for 60 minutes. So this will be the Bog Queen. A little table will spawn outside, on the street, and she'll have her big cauldron, and she'll be basically trying to make her cranberry sauce. And that's pretty much all it is. But I think it's simple, but I think it could be like a really cool animation, especially if there's like some funny things happening in it. Like maybe like the cauldron spills over and the sauce spills on the floor. She kind of grabs it, that kind of thing, Get a turkey the old-fashioned way for 4 hours. This will be at Springfield Park, the Springfield Park sign. Basically, in her quest line, she's like trying to do Thanksgiving for like the Flanders or something, and they buy their turkey frozen, and she's like, that's not right. I've got to hunt the turkey. Show families how Thanksgiving is really done for 8 hours. That will be, again, that could be the Flanders house or the Brown house, really. Get hooked on the tin stuff for 12 hours. So in her questline, I kind of want her to discover, she's making her cranberry sauce, and the Flanders are like, yeah, you didn't have to go to that extent. We just have it in the tin. And she's like, tin? What the hell is this? And she's kind of offended. And then she's like tries it, and she's like, actually, it's pretty damn good. This is like, it's not as good as my sauce, but this stuff is, all the artificial preservatives and all that inside of it are like, make it pretty. I'm hooked on the shit. And she's just there. So this animation will just be her sitting on the street, just drinking from the cans of her cranberry jelly sauce. The jelly sauce. She'll just be drinking it from the can. And we'll just see a bunch of cans on the floor, like empty cans. And then she'll just be there picking one up, drinking it, kind of getting a bit nauseous, drinking the rest, throwing the can on the floor, and then picking up a new one and repeat. So I don't know. I just think that could be like a really funny little animation. And then finally, come up with a new annual sauce for 24 hours. She's sick of cranberry sauce now. She wants to come up with a new annual sauce for, I don't know, Valentine's Day or some shit. So that is my event. Yeah, I definitely think it could be cool if they could focus on this segment. I definitely think there is enough here to make it. Yeah, there isn't any buildings in the prize track, and that's the one downside to this. I will admit, like, it would be cool if they could get a building in here. I don't know though. Sometimes Tapped Out are quite good at like pulling buildings from other episodes, so maybe they could. But at the same time, I kind of like these drones, and I kind of want this. And the R2-Me2 I would like as an NPC, and I also would like the pizza delivery van. So part of me sort of doesn't want a building. If they were to just do the event like this, because I designed it first, I'd be cool with it. But yeah, that is my event. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me your thoughts. Do you think this is a good enough event? I don't know. I think it works. I think it'd be decent, at least. Not amazing, but decent. And let me know what other segment you want. I'm still really hoping that they focus a Thanksgiving update on Bart versus the Thanksgiving episode. Bart versus Thanksgiving. Because there's still like so many buildings and obviously those two homeless dudes. I definitely want them to focus an event on that. And I really hope they do, but I very much doubt it. They haven't in ages. I feel like one of these segments is probably more likely. I'm still betting they're going to focus on the turkey segment, so that's why I decided to do this as well. So anyway, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.